Greetings, everybody. Yeah, yeah. Move your body. Good to see everybody. Welcome to yet another episode of the RipCast. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Tony D, one of your humble hosts. This evening, we have quite a show. Quite a battle royale that we're going to be covering this evening. Nobody Likes Onions versus the Steel Toe Morning Show. Well, I must introduce somebody. You know him. You've seen him out in the fields where he fights for his meals. He gets his back into his living. I think he's on opiates. Let's give it up for Corn Dip. Hello. There he is. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's up? I am not on opiates, but
Are you kicked?
To what?
You kicked?
Kicked it?
You kicked it? You kicked the habit?
Kicked it? Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Peter Gabriel, shed your skin?
Yeah. I'm
Nice.
not on them today, is what I meant.
I see. I see. Well, I'm glad you're not sweating or shaking. You made it on time. You didn't have to pawn anything to get here. So
No.
I think you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about the topic this week? I know there's a lot of controversy going betwixt these two programs. Controversy in the form of mortar rounds going between these two. What do you think?
Yeah, they don't get along. I don't really know the origin of where their beef, or whatever you would call it, started.
Well, it's in the thumbnail, Corn. If I call it a battle royale.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
I like it. I like that.
You're yellow. You're going to stick out more. People actually see you. So, it's been 4 months since this has started. We've had everything go back and forth between, little insults and pretty heavy accusations of improprieties, illegal activities, and contests, doxings. This is the soap opera of the internet. This is our General Hospital, bro.
Yeah, it's wild. It's something that changes every day. Well, it evolves every day almost. I don't know how they keep it fresh, but they do.
Well, you know what you got to do. You know what to do.
I was thinking, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Always love the intro. Always love the intro. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another episode of RipCast with myself and the world famous Corn Diff, the only corn you need to know. Oh, yeah. And we do this weekly, twice a week now. We scour the internet for all things dark, dangerous, and dirty, so you don't have to.
Yeah, we'll make it easy for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's welcome some people in the chat here. Sarah, Colonel, Catherine, Tiffany. You have to pay Corn Diff for him to talk. Yeah. Oh, jeez, this is going to cost me a lot. Was he saying words?
Girth.
It's like a taxi. You know, we got somebody special here once again this week that we bring with us on Saturdays. He's doing something there he's doing something there in the back room. I don't know exactly what's happening.
I can't see that. I can't wait. But
you can't see in the lobby what's going on? All right.
No, but
I don't know what's about to. I don't know what's coming. I just got to tell you. All right, so here we go. Let's introduce from Cold Beer Confessional, the newest stalkee from the SPTV ex-Scientology group. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Will Bird.
What's up? What's up? How's it going? Well, my screensaver kicked on it. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
that's right.
Well, sorry about that.
That brings it all. Hey, brings it all to welcome, Will. Welcome once again.
Glad to be here, guys. I was thinking one day I hope my mugshot's as glorious as Trump's mugshot. That's what I was looking at while you guys were talking.
You know, that was something, right? There's a little blue steel action happening there.
Yeah. You know, the Q-tards are saying that it's not a real mugshot, and the left half of his face is Biden, and the right half of his face is Trump. And that's a sign. That's a sign that.
Yeah. Me and Dana were talking about some of like the wacky theories that we're starting to see. That is one. Tell us what's going on the gematria front.
Holy shit, dude! It is crazy. There's this lady I cover. She used to be a huge Negative 48 fan. He kicked her out, named Shelly, and some TikTok channels were at the indictment, and they featured her saying that Trump's not really being arrested. The military's in charge. This is all a mind game. Blah blah. Oh, it was good. It's good.
Well, today, I know that you are familiar with Patrick Melton.
Yes, I know who Patrick Melton is.
Okay. And I mentioned another channel previously called the Steel Toe Morning Show.
That's an awesome name, by the way. That's pretty good.
You like that?
Patrick's the guy from Nightwave, right?
Yeah, that's Mersh. Yeah, no. That is obviously from.
And they're all Tony.
Yes, we are. Mersh is me, and I am we, and you is we, and me is Mersh together. So
that's right.
And coming together is not something I want to think about with Mersh, but you know.
But here we are.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into this video package, because what we got to do is we got a little context, right? Now we have two shows here. They're both morning shows. Patrick, live from Las Vegas, early every morning. Steel Toe Morning Show, live from Minnesota, right? Most mornings, both of them. I think they both take the weekends off reasonably. I know that both of them have some evening shows. They've got some member shows. Now, a little dust up happened several months ago between the two of them. I don't know where it started, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, it had something to do with Chad Zumach. I don't know how. It just seems like he is the glue that ties all this stuff, this nonsense together. And it has evolved into other shows, MLC, the Shuley Network, everybody from several universes kind of getting in here and saying what they have to say.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. You can get online and make accusations.
All day.
All day. Patrick happens to, have a gift. And as I've watched this story develop, and when we watch Patrick work and his takes on these guys, I got to say, Patrick has made a lot of sense to me in a lot of ways.
Okay.
So let's just go roll to this right here. So we can just sort of see, this is the newest, latest entry into the simulation here we have. So we're going to switch sides in a second, guys. Here, hold on. And this is Patrick, and basically talking about this latest update on the Steel Toe Morning Show because there was this competition for everybody to get, for those 2 shows to get to 10K subscribers.
Okay.
So we're just going to take a look at a little bit of what Patrick's saying. And he brings in some clips of Steel Toe. And we're all going to be able to see. There are people in the, put a 1 in the chat if you are familiar with this story. Put a 2 in the chat if you are not. Okay, so put a 1 in the chat if you know who these folks are. Put a 2 if not. So here we go. Let's hear what Patrick's got to say.
He can't take credit for any of this. This was all Kevin Brennan.
Oh, and I forgot the Steel Toe Morning Show are a married couple by the name of Aaron and April Imholt. I'm tomato. Depends on where you're from. Right.
So you literally stole the victory from Mooby. Now Mooby's going to run around and say he did it and he crossed it and they're the kings and they're the winners. That's even better for me because, again, they fell right below it right after that. So that's double funny. But he won't say the name. He has me blocked. He won't say my name. He won't tag me. He is terrified of what I could do to him if he ever had to face questions. He will never talk to me in public. He will never deal with real questions, with real follow-ups. He'll go on Hughesy's show and Ray's show where they don't really know what the fuck they're talking about.
So I think Will and I, we're going to stop this every once in a while, not too much. But Will and I, I think Corn Dip is starting to experience this more. How many people have you had in your experience that you deal with and you sort of call out? Because this is basically what Patrick is doing. He's calling out this show, and they don't even want to breathe your name. How many times that happened to you? Because I think we can count. Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Sometimes I do a show and I'll have an apology in my inbox before the show's even over. Like they especially don't want to mess with my audience. My audience is known to be kind of unforgiving is a good way to put it. But yeah, most of the people don't want to mention my name. They don't want my name mentioned in their chat. They don't want anybody to repeat it or share a link because they don't want anybody to see it ever.
Right. They don't want that person, that creator doesn't want that echo chamber to see one thing that you're doing because then they're out. They're going to be out and they're going to be in your chat. Right? And that's the way it works. Hey, this is Sparta, motherfucker.
And they asked real softball questions with no follow-ups to all the Mooby spin. I got follow-ups to the Mooby spin.
Now, let's just clarify. He calls Aaron Mooby, and please, you guys, don't get confused between this Aaron and the other Aaron. This is the parallel universe that I was talking about the other day. You have to understand it's a different Aaron. So we have Ron Hubbard. He's got Mooby. All right. They are both Aarons.
Very different.
Very different. One is a cult leader, and one could say the other one's a cunt leader. Hey-oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You see what I did there? I'm just joking. We're roasting here.
They'll be literally like, hey, you're not allowed to take entries for an online giveaway in Minnesota. And he's like, we draw them out of an envelope. Next question. It's like, that's not what I said at all. But everybody else just moves along. Oh, well, he did just give an answer. And that sounded like he said something. So we'll just move on.
There you go. And that's another thing, right? The brief generalized answers to questions that have specificities regarding legal stuff. Like we might not know the answer, or we might not know the actual legals of it, but we're asking, what is this? What's going on? Why does this happen? And in this case, he's talking about a raffle contest or some kind of drawing that they did. And I know there's particular rules on YouTube and, within the state for doing raffles. So he called some of that out. Right. Sure.
YouTube sometimes is a lot more stringent too. Like it's technically against terms of service if you're leading somebody off platform, and that's almost the only way you can get them to sign. Like if you have them go to like Gleam.io and you put that link out there, that's technically against YouTube's terms of service. Like they're pretty stringent about shit. But
right.
He can't do it with me. He knows he can't do it with me, and therefore
what he's saying. I'm sorry, real quick. What he's saying is that Aaron is scared to even engage him. He doesn't want to go anywhere near him.
Block. He can't do it with me. He knows he can't do it with me. Therefore, I cannot come on the show. He will not go on any other show that'll have me on there with him. And as far as I can tell, even people like Carl from WATP, and I did watch that Brian Johnson interview yesterday, which is it's good. It is good. Not interview, but you know what I mean. The WATP, it's good. But I would have yelled a lot more. I would have had some more points. I would have had some more data and some more accusations.
So do you know what he's talking about, Corndiff?
I don't.
Okay, he's talking about there was a situation that happened over at Who Are These Podcasts. Carl had left for a while and let Brian Johnson and someone else come in and do the review of Steel Toe. Okay, because Carl was friends with him.
So
he felt
Carl
like
wasn't even a part of it?
Right. Carl was off the show. He had somebody else step in to the show.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. So he had Brian Johnson and a couple other gentlemen who I am not aware of come in. And I would say that what he's saying is he would have had more. There should have been more clips. There should have been more. I mean, to keep it fair, it was a little bit slow and boring.
Sure.
So basically, someone who is a friend of Steel Toe left his podcast to let someone else come in. So he was buffering himself from his friend.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Which, that doesn't bother me. Do what you want on your show, but just make it exciting. More clip.
But when somebody lives in your head rent free like that, like I do, Chad, who's still being restrained, by the way. I know he let out a little squeak yesterday, but Chad.
Okay. Now, here's another similarity is we both have Chads. Okay, we have Clearwater Chad. They have Chad Zumach. Yeah, I don't want the people here who are watching the Scientology content get confused between the Chads and the Aarons.
Just spreading out.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
But I could see in the background, we don't have Bonin the Carbarian. We don't have one of those, so we're fortunate.
Chad's being held back by somebody. Chad's not streaming. Chad's not gloating, and Chad doesn't have the self-control. Like, sorry, I'm just calling it like I see it. Chad has no self-control, so someone is holding him back. Someone has the reins of Chad, and they are holding that baby back. It's going to be interesting. He says he's doing a show Sunday. I can't wait. What a loser. What a dork. Grab a spoon, grab a fork. We're going to watch. We're going to cry. A mud shark has something in his eye. Will he be there? Will he flake? I don't know. Let's go talk to Jake. I don't know anybody named Jake, but I did want to rhyme. Okay, so yesterday, all this is movies finding out this information in the show. Melton's coming for you, subscribers, da-da-da-da-da. And he gets so worked up, he lets it slip. We watched it on the show yesterday. He goes into this fantasy about beating me up. Again, this is what weak-minded idiots do. He can't battle me on a brain front. He can't battle me on a logic front. He can't battle me when it comes to questions and answers. He can't. Sorry, he can't. It's why he won't. It's why he won't. Whenever
I mean, it's almost like when you hear stuff like this, Will, do you feel like this could be something that you could be saying at any given moment about certain people, right? Holy shit,
sure.
they don't have the brain power. They don't have the ability, the wherewithal, I'm not going to ask Corndiff too much. He's on heroin. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, and what was the Corndiff? Remember explain the mud shark thing for Chad.
Oh, it's he plays dirty. He plays in the mud like a no holds barred kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but really what it means is a nice Caucasian woman that enjoys the company of many, at least, African American gentlemen.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
okay.
So,
see, that is the true mud shark, right?
Yep,
Big fan of the black snake.
That's right. The old Alabama chocolate.
Yes, sir.
there's one person blocking and there's one person running away and one person won't talk about the other person, the other person is scared and the other person has a reason. Why do you think Because let's be honest, I don't need the viewers from him anymore. I don't need the clicks from him anymore. We're beating him handily every show. It just is. It just is. You know. We get more viewers than you every show. We get more hits than you every show. We're doing better now. We're the bigger show. Sorry, we are the bigger show now. So I know that your whole thing before was clout chasing, little shows after big shows. Okay, now what? Now what?
Guys, get a room in the chat and take it easy. All right, please.
Now you're a little show
Stop.
to me.
It's getting
And you're
weird.
still fucking wrong. You're still fucking lying, and you're still grifting and scamming your audience. Now why won't you talk to the little show? Now that the little show is the big show. Right, because you're insecure and too dumb to do. Again, anybody being fooled over there into prize night and all this other garbage that they do, it's like, these are grifts. These are grifts. The whole thing that prize night is giving back to the fans, it's their most profitable night they have. And if you have your eyes closed and eyes on the prize because you think you're going to get a Stoney's gift card, again, a bar you'll never go to, right. Cool prize. We've already seen the Stoney's gift cards. They've been laying around their house for a year. The guy got sent one, Dave Hughes, got sent a Stoney's gift card. It was over a year old. These are just laying around Aaron's house.
Still counts if it
You're
works.
never
Yeah, I
going
mean,
to
you know, you
Stoney's.
can get like a, I don't know, like a shirt or a hat.
Yeah.
Sure.
You don't have to get an order of ribs or wings shipped to you.
That's right.
Sarah Gray says, "Grifters be grifting." I'll tell you what.
They do. They do.
Hey, Will, why don't you tell the folks about the Grift Buster show we used to do? Give them a little story real quick. Let them know.
Which just about it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
generally
We
what
used
did.
to. We used to get together. We all had different shows that covered people that were currently grifting off like the right wing patriotic movement, Charlie Ward and Phil Godlewski and Scott McKay, and then we would come together basically monthly, every 6 weeks, something like that, and do a show where we each brought a piece to it, and would usually have some of the biggest exposés on there, and then we'd go back into our own shows and do it. It's a pretty good show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people still ask about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my chat. They're like, "When are you doing another one? What happened?" I'm not on it either anymore, so I don't know. You have to ask somebody else.
Things happen, and I think there's two words: U and K. I'm not sure if that makes any sense to anybody.
You're never in a limo or a tow truck in Sauk Rapids, Minnesota. These are the prizes. Gift cards that the businesses know will never be redeemed in exchange for your hard-earned cash to enter.
You know what I keep thinking, Tony?
What's that?
So like the only way I know Patrick Melton is from Red Bar. So is Red Bar covering this feud? Have you seen Mike do anything on it?
I have seen Red Bar talk about Steel Toe. Yes.
This has got to be like a payday for him. He loves covering Patrick Melton.
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, but do a lot of stuff on each other.
Yeah. I guarantee he's got some. I'm gonna have to catch up on it now and get used to this.
Yeah,
get
for
plugged
sure.
in.
Okay. You know, I'd hate to see the stack of fucking Stoney's gift cards and tow truck vouchers in David Chandler's dresser. Just 30,000 tow truck vouchers. And what, David Chandler sitting there going like, this only cost me $28,000.
We all dig David. He's a big supporter of He's a big supporter of the medium. He likes a lot of channels, and he's very generous to every one of them, including this one, including myself and CornDev. And you know, he's like the De Medici of YouTube. Okay, you know what I mean? He's just spreading around the love, and that's always very cool when you get to a point where you're successful enough, and you just like everybody. You know, fuck it. 33 people in the chat on just YouTube. Illuminati approved.
Ooh.
So he's so worked up, he lets it slip during one of his little flights of fantasy that sparring Melton would be fun, and I'll fly him out, and it would be so cruel because I'll beat his ass. And immediately I said, I accept. I accept. I couldn't stop laughing and screaming at the screen. I accept.
Okay, so now here's an issue that is a bit of a problem for Steel Toe. Okay.
Okay.
He challenged Patrick to a fight on air.
Right.
And Patrick was watching it back. Hey, Citizen M, what's going on? And he, Patrick basically said, okay, because Aaron from Steel Toe said, I'd fly him out. We'll do a fight, the whole thing. And he's going to really sort of fill you in on what happened here. And he feels like Aaron kind of welched on him a little bit. So you guys can watch and be the judge.
All right.
I accept. I've never boxed in my life. I've never strapped on gloves or put in the teeth thing. I don't even know what stuff's called. I've never boxed in my life. I accept. I accept. Now look, a normal fan, a normal show, anybody with a brain, again, we're dealing with the brain trust of April and Aaron. Don't forget, April's the GM.
Do either one of you guys have a boxing bell? Like a ding, ding, ding?
No.
I think we're going to need one.
We are.
Of Steel Toe Entertainment. She's the idea girl. She's got a lot of, they've been doing live events and promotions. They know how to do all this stuff. The minute this, if I would issue this challenge and Aaron said I accept, now I don't go around threatening to beat up other men physically because I don't need to. I'll beat you. It's like Kevin the other day on the phone, like, hang up. You're a tough guy. I don't need to hang up. I have logic on my side. I have reason on my side. You want me to hang up because you don't have any points. You want me to hang up because you're wrong. And then you get to go, Melton hung up on me. By the way, it hasn't stopped Brennan for 2 days going on his show going, Melton hangs up on people because he's a tough guy. I mean, the call, he asked me to hang up on him.
I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Patrick is 6'5" and about 300 and something pounds.
He's a big guy.
He is like linebacker big. He is he is like the tight end for the Atlanta Falcons over here. Like I wouldn't want to mess with him. So when 6'1", 185, I don't know, is he 185 up? There we go. Well, you could always do the
3, 2, 1, fight.
30 times and I didn't.
Hey,
And then
thank
when
you for the
he
sub
couldn't
5
answer
horizons.
the tough questions, what did he do? Hung up. And then he goes on his show and tells everybody else Melton is a tough guy. He hangs up on people. This is the world we live in now. Everyone is just will literally make up the opposite and gaslight themselves into thinking that's fact.
Citizen M says Team Melton there.
Brennan calls up with no points and a weak mind, wants to argue with me and keeps, when he keeps running out of gassing himself, he goes, hang up, come on, you're a tough guy. I go, I'm not hanging up, here's my rebuttal. And then finally he got so fucking gassed out by that he had to hang up himself. Then he goes on his show and says Melton's a fucking know-it-all, but he'll hang up on you if you make too many good points. It's like, we all saw the call. It's not what happened at all. There's no way to spin it that way. There's no way to pretend that's what happened. No, you gassed out and you hung up. Melton doesn't hang up.
Melton don't hang up.
Melton
That's
doesn't
it.
hang up. But if you say anything to Kevin,
We were just watching the other guys. Me and Dana were just watching the other guys the other night. And that's what he talks about Gator. Gator don't take no shit.
That's
That's what I think. He's like,
for
like,
sure.
it's insecure, it's projection. He goes,
there we go.
those
There we
buzzwords
In
that
this
the
corner.
psychiatrist uses.
Perfect,
And then,
man.
and then he posts his L's. He goes, yeah, my whole life people have been telling me I'm insecure, paranoid, projecting, jealous. It's like your whole life, everyone's been telling you that. You're right. I guess they're just buzzwords. Oh, wait, they're diagnoses. These are diagnoses given to you by the populace at large.
I'm going to push
They go
forward
to
a little bit.
Gino.
There you go.
Because now he's going to talk about an event that they had recently. And what's good about this particular segment and video package is he puts a lot of the story into a small space so everybody could really get the context from him. And he's going to show some clips of Steel Toe, and you'll get a little more context from that.
Dino and a trip.
And don't ask Patrick to do your merch, okay? Stop it.
That's where you're at, Steel Toe. You didn't have the money to take your wife on vacation. It's all got to go to Gino this time, honey. It's all got to go to Gino this time, honey. Meanwhile, did you see what happened with Gino and April? Did you see what they were doing? And I'm sorry to have to do this. I know Canoe watches.
That's a good question. Dirty Dalish asked, do you think Melton has ever thrown a punch in his life? My experience is this. Guys this big don't have to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Guys this size, generally, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what the fuck people think that Patrick has had to, like, fight everybody. Now, there's always going to be the dummies that want to challenge him in the bar drunk because he's a big guy. The same thing happens to me for tattoos. I'm not 6'5", right? But it's the same thing. It's that same urge. They want to fight you for your size or your tattoos because they think that they can, like, take you for some reason. Alcohol does that. But for a guy who's 6'5", he was probably what? He was probably 5'10" by the time he was in third grade. You know what I mean? Like, he was probably laying kids out. If he played football, forget it.
It's a big dude.
And I'm sorry if these wounds are too fresh.
But yeah, people generally that are this size do not have to fight a lot.
I'm willing to bet he's thrown a punch at least.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm sure but you know, like I said, I don't think people like this guy have to fight for the same reasons that really short people do. You know.
No. But I'm certain he's capable of throwing a punch.
Oh,
How tall is Aaron again?
I think Aaron is like 6 feet, maybe 6'1" tops. Maybe
Melton's like 6'5",
6'5", over 300 pounds. I think you know, when I look at Aaron, he can't be like, he's somewhere between 185 and he can't be over 200. He can't be over 2 bills.
Right.
You know.
But did you see this?
Okay, so here's the event they're talking about.
Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Outside of Stoney's. Now, the great thing is Stoney's is a house. Go look up Stoney's in Rockville, Maryland on a map. It is.
So this was their, I believe, the 9th year anniversary for Steel Toe Morning Show.
Okay.
Something like
for
that,
their it was one of their anniversary parties. Congratulations to them for 9 years. That is a long time to do a thing. So anyhow, they had an event. This was their anniversary party, and it's in Minnesota, and it's in a place called Stoney's, which is, as you can see from the Budweiser with the flaming guitar, I think you kind of got Stoney's pegged.
It's a happening place.
Yes. It's, you know, it's the Midwest, man. This is the place where people, you know, the summertime there is very important. People want to get out on their motorcycles.
Yeah. I like
you know, bring the kids to the local bar and give them a bunch of shots.
That's right.
You know.
It's a 2-story house that has been converted into a bar. I'm not kidding you when I say this. Carl from WATP has a nicer basement than Stoney's has an establishment.
What's happening with the legs?
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's the first thing I was thinking.
Canoe, Gino, Aaron, and April.
Yeah, like, okay, so here, let me give you the cast of characters here. The girl on the left here is this fella's girlfriend. This is
Keanu.
Lovely Keanu. Right? Gino calls her a Kiki. Yeah. This is Gino Ebisconti. He is one of us Dago fellows, and he does a thing on Compound Radio. He's got a show called In Hot Water. Apparently, he was hired. And here's Aaron. I don't know if you guys have seen Aaron yet with his Minnesota Vikings. And there is April. She looks young in that picture, but that's April. Totally of age. Let's just for those who haven't seen this before. All right.
April, and you go, Huh. All right.
The fuck?
Couple friends hanging out, even though 2 of the friends are being paid to be there.
Gino's legs are spread a little wide, though.
Yeah, and there's some other people hooking around his legs or something. What is?
What? Okay, and then Aaron's got his knees knocked together over on the other side.
That's what I was. Are his
Yeah.
knees together like that?
Yeah. Okay, so Aaron's legs are accounted for.
Based on body language, there are 3 females in this
But
photo.
look where his knees are. How long are his fucking? Look where he's sitting. Then look where his kneecaps happen. How long are his fucking
He
legs?
seems like he's all legs. He must be a very leggy fella.
Jesus
He must be a
Christ!
leggy fella. But I see some skin to
Come on,
skin
fuck.
contact here with April and Gino's legs, which
Yeah.
I find there's skin to skin contact.
Arousing.
Gino's getting a lot of skin contact. His leg is touching Aaron. His arm is on his leg. His arm is touching his arm. The fuck?
So Aaron's there by himself. That's what we're saying.
Jesus. Aaron's like the jungle gym that everyone's climbing on. Compound Media. yeah,
April, if we're
Compound Media.
honest, is being paid to be there.
And that is Anthony Cumia's network from Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
But when you look closer at this photo, there's more
Yeah, go
going
on,
on than you could ever
Thanks for
imagine.
joining us.
The first thing you need to know is that this ain't a tiny bench. There's plenty of room on this bench for these skinny fucks. As evidenced to the right of Canoe, there's a big gap.
Canoe.
There's a big empty back area, and there's a big
Everyone
empty
calls it
bench
Canoe.
area to her right. So they're all squabbled up together. I don't even know if that's a word, but we're going to say it, squabbled. They're squabbled. And then you zoom in on old Aaron and Ape.
Oh, he's gonna
You
do the
watch
zoom?
this area here.
How the fuck does he do this, Will? You got to
Then
show me
you
how.
realize
See,
what's going on.
is this an overlay? Is he overlaying with a virtual background right here, bro?
Yeah, that's he's
That's
just
it?
green
Okay.
screening out. He's leaning at a picture. Yeah.
And then you could just pull that zoom in on the. Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where's her hand? Okay. What is happening?
April's hand is. It's just resting.
That was
It's
not
just
me.
resting there.
Aaron has his arm resting on Gino's leg.
I believe his arm is touching his arm.
His
Yeah,
wrist and
arm-to-arm
hand on
contact.
April's leg.
Yeah. Almost looks like Aaron was
And
photoshopped
April's
in.
leg is over.
Looks a bit swingy.
It is very weird, for sure.
Hold on.
Not a fancy salon. It's
Here, let's take a little break here. All right.
But
There you
if
go.
you've got a passion for fashion and you've got a craving for
Speaking of
saving,
swinging.
take the wheel of your automobile and
Swing on down to.
ideal.
Thank you.
Gino's leg and knee. What?
Yeah, that's weird.
I wonder if there's a T after that R on the tag. Because it would be
VRT,
fit perfectly
yeah.
if it said pervert.
I mean, people are saying Gino definitely fucked April. This body language is bizarre for people who have never met.
He's in her knee.
They've never met.
Mm.
And you got Canoe here. This is kind of possessive. April's hand down here, but her leg is literally on Gino's leg and knee.
That's
why.
odd. That's a
Again-
very sensitive area, by the way. That
Oh, that's intimate.
that undercarriage of the knee
Yeah, that's it.
on April. That's a very sensitive, almost erotic zone. Wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
I've busted there several times.
If you ain't nutted on the back of a knee, you ain't lived, son. It's a lot of cum.
You don't get to
Plenty
the
of room.
runway, you hit it on the approach.
That's right. That's right.
On this bench over here for her to scoot over, him to scoot over. But no, Gino is behind Aaron. So much so that Aaron has his arm almost
He's leaning
Gino's
in
leg
him.
crotch.
Leg crotch.
This is more touching than this. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of contact over on
And
the
why
male
does
side.
April have her leg over Gino's leg into his crotch?
That's very friendly.
And then you look at you look even closer. It gets weirder. Mooby's legs are knee knocked here. This is Mooby's leg, and this is his other leg. His legs are together over to the side and then bowed out. I mean, this is just full cock. This is full
So here's what's
cuckery.
weird. Like
There's no other
Gino's knee under the cup, okay? His kneecap. You could convince me that was Aaron's knee easily. Like if I couldn't see the rest of the photo. But then
Oh,
2
yeah.
foot, two
Right.
foot ahead of that is his actual knee. It doesn't look real at all.
No, but he's got to be like sitting on the very edge. He's got to be kind of bending a little bit.
Yeah,
under
like
his
sitting on the
butt.
top of his ass. Yeah, right. The base of his back. Like he's got to be like laid out or something. I don't. What the fuck is going on?
So if he's sitting on the edge of the seat like that, then that means he's kind of leaning back.
On
He's leaning
Gino.
Dude,
in.
you know.
He's leaning back, and kind of Gino is his. Oh my God! Am I saying this? Gino is his pillow.
Yeah.
And there's room on the bench and an empty chair.
There's an empty chair, and then there's another fella over there on the other side. Go, what the hell's going on here?
He's trying to see whose knee that was.
Right.
Explanation for this. There's no other way to put it. It's cuck. This is cuckery.
Cuckery.
Angelica's
It sounds like he's Chinese. It's cuckery.
doll on Rumble says April's a whore. You know, and I don't have any proof of that.
It's like if
I
I
got to
did.
show somebody's willing to pay for it. The real Stevie Lou, you guys can be the undercard of me versus Asian Pat Dixon fight.
So
Yeah.
there's this whole new trend of everybody wanting to box each other and fight.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So dumb.
Who should I box?
I think you should box you and Corn Diff and Corn Diff and let's see.
Who's on
Corn Diff
opiates
and
now?
well, it can't be Tukey. It can't be anything that can eat you. You know,
Nothing can eat me.
nothing with teeth is what I'm saying.
Do you know like a?
I think Cardiff is the only likely,
Jesus. I have to go up against Cardiff.
I think that's the only thing. Not
You need to find a green bean themed guy, and then
Yeah.
because that's
him up
on a
real
dinner
good.
plate. You're always trying to
Yeah,
fight for room there.
you
Yeah.
beat the
Okay.
beat the peas out of him.
Yeah. Knock him beanless.
That's right. He ain't no sugar snap, but sugar snap Leonard. Wow, there you go. There's your new character. Hello, sugar snap Leonard.
Yeah. We'd be the undercard.
The boxing bean.
Boy, Stevie Lou really thinks so. Yeah, you'd be the main event. Stevie Lou and Asian Pat Dixon, whoever that is.
Thanks, Colonel.
What? Stevie Lou and Asian Pat Dixon. Yeah. The main event. Because it goes by subscriber count. Stevie Lou and an Asian man.
Oh, by the way, that Asian
Yeah.
Pat Dixon. So just for a little context, that guy, he says Asian Pat Dixon punched that guy Gino. Okay, Will?
Okay.
He punched him and he broke his jaw in a bar like last year or something like that.
Yeah. Broke it.
I
pretty
believe
bad.
he's looking at charges and lawsuits and all that from Gino. That's another whole other story arc that's been covered in many other videos. But that's just a little, context.
Yeah. Gino's
gotcha.
face says, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, but look, I'm just painting a picture for you. we got to go watch how
That's a good point. It's a David Chandler makes a good point. Could really just be how much alcohol you have at that time.
Sure.
You're just kind of
Sure,
like,
just drunk.
oh. Yeah. This I believe that when I heard some of the other coverage is that they started drinking as soon as Gino hit the ground in Minnesota from New York.
Steel Toe started today now, and just hear the gloating. I haven't watched this,
A
of
little
course.
weird
They've
with the
been live
kneecap,
for a
that's
while,
all.
but Gino's on today. They're gonna be. We beat Melton. Can you believe it? It's gonna be great. I'm excited for it. Oh no, double
As
me.
drunk as I've ever been, I don't recall my arm ever being on another man's leg or my bare skin up against another man. But
That's the point.
can't say that.
You don't want to remember that shit.
maybe I blocked it out. You got a point there.
Yeah.
That's me protecting myself.
Just leave it be.
Okay, I don't want to dig anymore then.
Hey. Let's watch.
Oh, wait. Somebody said Asian Pat Dixon is Ryan on Gavin McGinnis show. You
So
Ryan,
that's not the actual Pat Dixon.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't remember his last name, but he's a comedian too.
Is his name actually Pat Dixon?
No,
No,
they
his
call
name
him
is
Asian
Ryan.
Pat Dixon because he kind of looks like him. And then,
Okay.
so it's Ryan. He's friends with Jesse PS from Pod Awful.
Oh, okay.
Ryan Katsu.
I got you. So now here, how we always do the game on RipCast where we stick the landing with Casey Armstrong,
That's right.
right? So here, this is Steel Toe in the same position.
Asian Pat Dixon. Yeah. The main event. Because it goes by subscriber count. Stevie Lou and an Asian man. Yeah. Gino's face says, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, but look, I'm just painting a picture for you. We got to go watch how Steel Toe started today now and just hear the gloating. I haven't watched this, of course. They've been live for a while, but Gino's on today. They're going to be. We beat Melton. Can you believe it?
Is that a corn bong?
It'll be a Kong.
A Kong. There we go. A corn.
Come here, hit this
It's going
kernel.
to be great.
Right.
I'm
It's a
excited
conga bonga.
for it. Oh, no. Double me. Let's watch.
Good morning and
Oh, Jesus.
welcome.
Every day, same problem.
Christ.
Every day, same problem.
Oh, whoa.
Every fucking day.
That's a hard
Can't
landing.
get it
though.
together. Imagine your show with
Recursion.
graphics like this.
It's not a good look.
Been made fun of just all year long and cannot get it together. Cannot figure it out. Every day. Johnny's not here. Camera can't get it in. Oh no, we're inside of. Okay.
Welcome. What the hell? Why do I see 9?
Colonel Brock, I'm still sucking my thumb today, but as far as the '90s goes, I dusted off the '90s like it was a steak. All right, that was my time. You relax, okay? I'll tell you about the '80s. How about that? But I'm still
Look
sucking
out.
my thumb. I'm sucking my thumb. Not anyone else's, just mine.
19 of
I don't know. You do it every day. You do it every
look at
day.
hip landing.
Ruby. Why do you see it? He's like, why is it like this? Oh no. It's like, I don't know. Every day it's like this. This happens daily.
in a never-ending cascade of me. Uh-oh. I know Gino's up. He'll
All right, now y'all are being introduced to Aaron Imholt, who is the host of the Steel Toe Morning Show. Don't give everything away, Brock. All right.
be here. He'll be here. Yeah, he'll be here. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's the Steel
And
Toe
usually, April is in the second chair,
I got you.
right? So I think Gino is coming in as a guest today.
Morning Show. It's Rumble Friday. It's It's Steel Toe Victory Day, I guess.
Okay, so this is the show that he's doing to celebrate the 10K turnover of the Steel Toe Morning Show. They've been trying for a while.
Okay.
You know, when you announce those goals, the last thing you want to do if you have enemies to your channel, when let's say, you know, when I came close to 5K, I didn't say it. I tried early on to go, hey, I'm getting, and then I was like, that was a bad idea.
For sure.
Right.
You learn real
And
quick.
then I got closer and I went over it. I didn't even announce it until I had like 5,100. Don't ever announce. Listen,
That's right.
don't ever announce that you're coming up on a milestone on your subscribers, on your followers. Just don't do it, because people started to unfollow Steel Toe
People
Morning
love
Show,
to fuck with you and
Right.
unsubscribe.
and it was just to fuck with them.
Yeah.
You know, that's all
And,
it was.
oh, and I'm guilty of it. I've done it at least 3 times.
Yes, I gotta say I'm guilty of it too. You know, because it was like, hey, this is just part of the internet, man. You know. So finally, apparently, they reached it, and Patrick has his theories. All right, now,
Okay.
yeah, Patrick has
So,
his theories.
it was kind of it's weird how they suddenly reached it, right?
It is
they were-
anomalous for
They
sure.
were like steadily dropping and dropping and dropping,
Right.
and then all of a sudden,
Well, what was mentioned was on the MLC show. Well, you know what? Patrick's got all that broken down here, and he'll
Okay.
do it in it'll take me half an hour. He's
All
going to
right.
do it in the next like 3 minutes. All right.
roll that clip.
I hear these things.
There's never again, you know, you wind this back, it's like, so you crossed 10,000 forever ago and did a victory lap, and then yesterday Brennan did it for you, and you want to take another victory lap, even though you've already fallen below it again. So it's like the world keeps knocking on Aaron M. Holt's door and handing him a newspaper that says Steel Toe loses again. He puts a frame around it and goes, yeah, but you should see how we do the math. We won. That is Aaron M. Holt's world.
I guess I won some contest that I wasn't even participating in. That's embarrassing.
So again, you know, we had 850 to get yesterday. He had 10 or whatever. And then only Aaron will be like, I mean, we're so much stronger than these shows. No, in the same time period, we got 380 subscribers organically, and you went and bought them in an hour. In 1 hour, you got 100. Just
See?
to be clear, you haven't been able to get 10 for 4 months, but in 1 hour, you got 100. Right. You didn't know you were in the contest. That's why you jumped up 100 immediately. Right. Total coincidence that on the day we came for you, you jumped up 100 when you haven't been able to do it for 4 months.
It's pretty.
We didn't even know we were in a contest. We just happened to blow it out
The odds of that.
in a completely statistical anomaly kind of a way.
That is odd.
An impossible growth scenario. Yeah, that just happened to be yesterday. Right.
You never want to lose a contest that you weren't even in, or that the other guy wasn't even in. You can lose a contest that you weren't in. If you weren't in it, was it really a contest? But I guess Shuli's producer, who is a tragic figure, by the way, I think we can all agree, he's been beaten up by a senior citizen.
Aaron's really
Hold on, I'm gonna stop it here because, you know, in that situation right there, there's really no reason for him to say that.
No, and I don't know shit about producer Joe. Yeah, I've heard all this stuff that's come out like that, but yeah, no, there's no reason he should have said that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason just hit a dude like there. This is a person who has complained and bitched about being doxxed, and then the first thing he goes for is something like on a personal level. Now, I understand a lot of it's happened to him, you know? So at a certain point, you throw the gloves off. I think that's a little bit of a low blow. He's not there.
Sure.
living in 5 months ago time when Shuli Network was smaller than him, when NLO was smaller than him, and he really does still in his head go like, "Oh, we're the bigger show. They're tiny shows. We're the bigger show." It's like,
Patrick doesn't have an MBA. He doesn't know that On High Month is an outlier and to be ruled out of the general pattern of the set. Analysis should be done once the regression to the mean occurs.
Dude, we need to get AI voices, man.
Hell yeah.
Okay, we need to get AI voice chats. Let's figure that out.
I just don't want to.
Shit.
Yeah. I just. I don't want to feel. It's got to be. It's got to have something different or unique about it to where it doesn't feel like too close to what Melton's doing.
No, we would do different voices. We don't have the need to do the same. Well, I'm just saying we would
That's
do
true.
different voices.
That's
You
true.
know,
That's a good.
we would like do your voice, talking about how much heroin you're on.
Well, I don't know about. I don't know about that, but
Oh, by the way, the voice chat thing that you said, Will, is that only for Twitch? The one you sent me?
Which one? What are you talking about?
The one you sent me that's on Twitter? It's a
Oh,
voice
no.
chat-
It's a Dono Clip. No, you can use it anywhere. It's like a third-party site, but you
Oh,
put your
okay.
alerts out and it does it. Yeah.
I was having trouble getting it to hook up to YouTube. Maybe you could tell me sometime.
All right. Yeah, no problem.
Classic Melton controlling the narrative and gaslighting this audience with fake numbers.
It's the same math I use for my pump and dump schemes. Focus on the 3-month high to rook the lower tier of the pyramid.
Ray, I'm going to need you to produce receipts for the ice cream I bought you in AC. Now that the IRS is on me, can someone help me file Chapter 11? The sonar panels have made me insolvent. Truthfully, that's a fact.
That's pretty
truthfully.
good.
In a fight he started, this is kind of a common theme for that guy. Start a fight with someone who's not in a fight with you and then lose it. He's like that Michael McDonald character from Mad TV. You're just, you looking at my girl? And then all of a sudden, 3 seconds later, he's on the ground at the guy's feet. All right, that's enough, bro. I guess he went on some unhinged rant. I still haven't heard it. I have this rule in my life where
Hold on, I went on an unhinged rant about what? Steel toe? I mean, no, I just said it'll be funny if, like, literally the whole thing was like, wouldn't it be funny if we can get 800 before he can figure out how to get 100? Now, again, he buys followers, so immediately after the show, he got 100. The show ended, and then immediately he got 100. Again, he's been trying to do that for 4 months. He hasn't been able to. He wasn't in the fight, but somehow yesterday, as soon as his show was over, he got.
Here, let me show you something real quick.
All right.
Streamlabs is not grumpy. Nobody's grumpy. They're just bots. They can't be grumpy. I've been trying to make the adjustments and everything. Please refrain from fucking my talking. Here's what I got to do. I got to press show on here. You know what I mean? And look, we just don't. The bots don't like the paragraphs. All right. What I'm going to show you is something really quick here. This is
we're
my.
talking about
This is
Streamlabs.
This is my AI. This is me in AI. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So it's my voice too. So get ready. This one's for the old them Scientology people.
My channel is nothing short of amazing, captivating viewers with my unique and enthralling content. I managed to carve a niche, gaining a devoted following that hails me as the undisputed king of all feral orphan cult members.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
Not bad for my first try, I think. I think that deserves like a little bit of, I appreciate it. Thank you. So that was my first one. We've developed since then.
Got 100 subscribers. I wasn't even in. I didn't even know about it, even though we just 10x'd anything we've done for 6 months.
With the leash. What's going on in the chat? Getting a leash.
If you listen to any content produced by a guy who gets beat up by the elderly,
I heard that
Wow,
that
again?
chick on MLC yesterday too was saying the same thing. I don't listen to any of it, but if you listen to any of it, it's awful. I've never listened to it. I don't really listen to him. But if you go listen to any of his stuff, it's so bad. It's like, how much have you listened to? Hold on, you're saying you don't listen to it, but yet you're telling everybody if you go listen and check out, it's so bad. You sound like that dumb chick on MLC yesterday. She was just going on and on about how Shuli sucks and he has nothing to offer and he's boring. And then then like an hour later, she's like, I've never watched one thing on the Shuli network. It's so, Maybe.
And lives in a trailer park, if you consume any of that content, you're losing at life. And I don't want to lose at life. I want to do my best to do well in life.
You know what I mean? Like who even says shit like that? If you watch anything producer Joe does, you're losing at life, and we want to win at life. It's like, how do you do that? By issuing challenges and immediately backpedaling and backtracking?
I'm sorry. What is happening with his hair up here?
The spider. The
Is that
spider.
what the fuck that they're
Something's
talking
happening.
about?
When they're talking about the spider, that's what they're talking about is his
Get
hair.
the
Yeah.
fuck out of here, really?
Those are
Oh my
the spider legs.
Oh my
Ah.
God! Shut
His
up.
magnificent
Oh, no.
bangs.
Oh no!
Yes.
Magnificent bangs. Okay.
Mm.
That's what they're talking about when they say spider. I've heard the word spider like 4 or 5 times in the past like month, and that's what they're talking
I
about.
think at some point that eventually
Oh,
they
boy.
say spider bangs or something.
Oh
like that.
boy!
Yeah.
Oh no! I mean, I'm not one to talk about hairlines and shit here. Let me just say right now, but I'm just saying, oh no!
Me either.
You know, I mean, that's and as someone who's losing their hair, I notice things like this. I'm going to get hair surgery for Christ's sake. Okay, so that's why I look and I go, "What is that? Is this
That's
supposed to be extra coverage?" Right?
Yeah.
Damn! Wow. Okay. All right. All right.
If one hair reaches down that far, that's where the hairline goes.
I mean, that is how far it extends. I am totally fucking gobsmacked right now seeing that shit, dude. Wow. Wow. Okay.
Tracking and then calling yourself a winner?
And like I said, I'm not one to talk about hairlines. Okay.
Right.
I forget how you win at life again. Show me the instruction pamphlet.
Life. So I haven't heard it, but the lovely and talented Muttering Jay on Twitter was following this, and he's like, I hate Steel Toe. He's a piece of shit.
Now, don't remember that he hates Muttering Jay when Muttering Jay posts things against him. But if Muttering Jay goes after me, this is a complete loser on Twitter. Everybody was like, you don't want Muttering Jay after you. It's like, I'm not afraid of loser anonymous dork. I really am not.
Are you afraid of loser anonymous dorks?
Not usually.
No, Corndiff? How about you?
Typically, no.
No? Okay, good. I'm just checking. Making sure I got the right crew here.
Wouldn't be the first one who tried
Making sure I'm in the right room.
to get me, and I'm waiting.
No, actually, I have Manscaped, Colonel Brock. I have a Manscaped kit for for my packagery. That's right.
Got to.
Maybe one day we'll have a sponsorship from him. Floby. It's not that bad. I mean, I'm Italian, but I'm a hairless Italian. I don't have any hair on my back.
Have you ever used a Floby?
I have not, but I have seen
I
the
was
commercials.
terrorized with a Floby as a kid. It's a Floby in a shop vac.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a Floby haircut kid.
My mom would even say, go up to your Aunt Gail's. Like, we lived in like a duplex. We basically lived in like an apartment in their basement. She'd say, go up to your Aunt Gail's and let her Floby. It was a verb. Like, go get Flobied.
Well, you know, fortunately, my uncle was a hairstylist. And he had like a shop
gotcha.
and everything. So I was able, he would cut my hair a lot too.
Sure.
So I was fortunate to have an uncle that, did that. But I think if I didn't, I would have been a Floby kid. For sure. And speaking of, let's just
And I put the link to the RipCast channel in the chat. So
Hello, I'm Lenny
if you're not
McGill.
subscribed,
Welcome to
go
New
subscribe.
Products and Ideas, the
All right.
program that takes you around the world.
everybody get around over to the RipCast channel, no matter where you're viewing from.
In search of new inventions, unique ideas, and innovative products. And shows you how to take an invention from
There you
time.
go.
Where's the hair going?
Here we
It's
go.
going in your
Everybody
vacuum.
remembers
Where
this
else do you
with the
want it?
Floby.
What type of people are now using it?
If you don't know what the Floby was, you would literally put this attachment on a fucking vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, and it was a
And
set of
put it-
wide clippers, so it would like suck the hair through it. So it's so fucking loud. You had the buzz plus a vacuum cleaner. It was so loud.
Right. Now, picture this, kids under 30 in the chat. Taking this blade, attaching it to a vacuum cleaner, and putting it on your head. Welcome to the 80s. All right.
And we couldn't even afford, like, we bought like a used one from like the Goodwill or some shit. There's no telling. Probably cut homeless people and dogs.
Yeah, usually Dad would cut the kids' hair while holding and drinking a Bush beer.
That's right.
Listen,
When if they ever,
after I got my
hair and the
haircut,
blood disappears, you can't even tell it. It sucks it right up.
Yeah, it gets all sucked up in there. An ear, anything. When after I would get my haircut from my uncle, my grandmother, we were broke as fuck. So she would put chopped up hot dogs in spaghetti when there were no meatballs.
Ooh, that's good though.
She was like, yeah, it was like butter, chopped up hot dogs, and spaghetti.
Yeah.
Floby system. Oh, we have people all walks of life.
Look at
that are
this.
using it now. I have old people.
No seatbelts in the 80s. This is from 1988.
Young people. The market is for everybody that gets their haircut.
The market is for everybody who gets their haircut,
and
guys.
It's going everywhere now. You know, I remember when I was a kid and my father trying to cut my hair and my brother's hair, and both of us not really being too cooperative. How does the Floby work with kids, and can a family save money with the Floby system?
Oh, you betcha.
Oh, absolutely, they can save a lot.
Yeah.
You betcha they can.
Tony,
right.
can I confess something? I have considered as an adult getting a Floby.
Well,
I don't think it would be as bad as an adult, but like as a kid, I was terrified of this contraption. Like it looked like they put it together in the garage.
I'm wondering if they're Bluetooth now. Are there Bluetooth Flobies?
Oh my God, they might be Wi-Fi enabled. You're right.
It is the same way. I think they stole it from. Have you ever seen how a dog groomer clips? I mean, it's got a shop back hook to it, and they don't.
Yeah.
I think they just straight up stole it from dog groomers, and are like, hell, we could sell this to people. People's got shop backs.
That's awesome.
I mean, these blades are just spinning on this old vacuum cleaner. Let's do it.
But you remember when it was me, Chad, and Muttering Jay, we were a triumvirate he made up in his mind who were all working together? Meanwhile, this Muttering Jay guy was a spurg from the get-go. I've never fucked with him at all. He's a fucking loser who posts nonsense all day long.
David Chandler for the Super Chat, $49.99.
Muttering Jay, excuse me. But whenever he posts something that Aaron likes, the Aaron
super sticker. And the description is hippo. I can see it in the YouTube.
You want me to read that? You want me to read that?
I love how he describes it.
The old hippo character wearing cool sunglasses comes out of a treasure chest, tossing coins around him.
That's awesome.
That's the greatest thing that Stream Elements does is they describe emotes and stickers. That is amazing.
Thank you so much, David. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Glad you're digging the show.
Goes like, oh, Muttering. He uses people that he hates.
Well, maybe I'm going too far, but thanks for watching anyway.
When it's convenient. Same way with KB. KB does this thing where he's like, Melton's a fucking idiot. Melton thinks he knows everything. Melton tries to be the smartest guy in the room.
Somebody said the Floby probably works better on corn silk.
It really does. Well, because there's a lot more moisture. I mean, imagine people would love to have their hair conditioned as well as corn diff. Silky.
Oh, yeah.
So silky.
I get asked every day how I look this good.
10 minutes later, he'll go, even Melton admitted that that this is good and that I do a good job with this. And it's like, hold on, but Melton's an idiot. Melton's a moron who lies about everything and has everything wrong and thinks he's smart. Why are you using him as some shining beacon of endorsement? It makes no sense, but these guys do it all the time. It's like, hold on, did you win a contest and hit 10K yesterday, or did you hit 10K 2 months ago when you said you did? Because crossing a finish line the second time doesn't mean anything.
It's not important. No.
But it is tough. It is tough. I have a suspicion that Muttering Jay and Misery Clips are the same person. I don't care, but that Misery Clips person pissed me off yesterday too. Because now they're fucking flat out just making up lies. I go on the thing yesterday and talk about how MLC hasn't sold any merch in almost 2 weeks. And he's like, Melton quit because the store isn't selling merch. It's like, I mean, no. I didn't quit. My contract is up. This is what it always was. 3 months. I didn't want to be on that show.
It's true. He said it the whole time.
Yeah.
He said it the whole time.
That he didn't want to be on?
Yeah, well, that he was going to go the length of the contract.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a guy that, keeps his word when he says he's going to do something.
Yeah.
Even if it means destroying your channel. Look, in this chat, sometimes you have those people, we've spoken about it before. This chat, on my other channel, even more so. But you get the Spurgs that come in, but they want to do that kamikaze thing, but they miss the ship and they hit the water,
Right.
That's it.
Thousands of dollars to do it. And it's over now. That was the contract. But then you realize, these people just want to stir shit for hits. So I told the Misery Clips guy or girl, or I don't even give a fuck who it is. Don't clip me again. Don't clip me. You no longer have permission to clip me. How about that?
Okay, so now we're going to jump forward a little bit to him.
And I'm not, by the way, I'm not one when I issue a guy with 230.
Talk about him and Gino being in Minnesota and being live on the Steel Toe Morning Show, right?
Gotcha.
And, look, people are going to say what they want to say, this, that, and the other thing. I think when people who are not black say the N-word, you are risking somebody taking a swing at you somewhere you don't expect it. Now, this has already happened to Gino, and I'm not laughing at. I mean, that's just a funny joke. It just came up, so I don't mean to laugh at Gino's pain or suffering from his jaw. But that was just a funny joke. But these are guys that I think, my opinion, it's a little bit much. You know what I mean? When people want to go just say the N-word for, shits and giggles,
Nora
becomes, well, yeah, that's a different N-word. Okay. And then they when I put that out there, they said, oh my God, he's this, that, and the other thing. He's so racist. I'm like, what N-word are you thinking of? Y'all got to calm down over there. But, there are a lot of creators that do it. How do you guys feel about the excessive use of N-word-ism?
I love Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, I do too. That's funny. That's Mel Brooks funny.
Sure.
And free speech is free speech. I just think you got to be careful where you got to pick your battles. That's all.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I've seen way too many shorts of people getting the bricks beaten off of them for saying that.
Yeah.
Maybe these people got to change their feed or whatever. They're getting that Aryan algorithm.
Oh, shit.
30 people live when you go live caused the explosion. I just want to make sure that the guy with the least views of all three of those shows is the one who caused the explosion. I got to make sure because I didn't see the explosion. I just want to make sure about the explosion because I didn't see the explosion.
And now I guess we won this race that again.
So he's not even going to mention Brennan. He's not even going to mention what put him over. Because that would be amazing if he never even brings up Brennan. Because see, it's a sticky situation. Because I know that he loves Brennan and he would love to go. Even Brennan shit on him and said, "Go support Steel Toe," which isn't true at all. Brennan said, "Go fuck Melton by subscribing to Steel Toe."
So Misery Loves Company, the Kevin Brennan show, is edgy for the sake of being edgy. That's just
FKB.
Right. So they have this fuck Kevin Brennan thing, and he's got that MLC show, and he mentioned it, and he didn't do it to support Steel Toe because he doesn't like Steel Toe.
No.
He's always hated him, and I say him because Aaron, they call him Steel Toe, and so there you have that shit.
So he'll either spin it like Brennan's a big fan of.
He didn't even mention that's a show that has a lot of live listeners. So he mentioned to go subscribe to him. That's probably what put him over the top. But he also thinks that he bought the last 100. So
sure.
So he sent people over to help us beat Melton, or he just doesn't mention Brennan at all, and he's like, "We did it, Steel Toe." So many people hate Melton that we got 20 subscribers.
And I never knew we were in until it was over. And This is going to make, and is Gino in there yet? There he is. There's Gino Bisconti.
Oh, God.
Hey, buddy.
Good morning. I'm just gloating a little. So this is.
Do I sound okay?
Whoa.
I mean, audio wise, yes. Talent wise.
Hey, do I sound like dead weight?
You look a little zipped up.
So he was able to get Borat to come on with him live?
This is Gino Bisconti.
Oh, shit. My wife.
Yeah, this is not a drunk Gino Bisconti, but this is a different Gino Bisconti than we see on the RipCast program.
Right.
Well, sort of calm. He runs a little hot. This fella, nice guy. I got no personal problem with him. I don't really know him. We've chatted a little bit here and there. I got no problem with any of these guys. I don't like the N-word stuff, and we're going to talk about coffee in a little bit, and this sort of thing.
You feel like you know what you feel like? You feel like I'm about to get an X.
Say whatever you want. He looks way better without the headband.
That is true.
Gino should never wear the headband again. I know he's kind of made it into a brand, but it's fucking retarded. He does look better without the head. Just don't wear the headband.
I mean, he's a handsome fella on Tatooine. Star Wars jokes.
You look normal. Like just don't wear the headband.
X-ray take of my teeth. Just a nice lead weight right on my.
Look at you front-ending the funny. Just roll out of bed. So go back to gloating while I sip my coffee and light a cigar, because I'm...
Hello.
Real Housewives of Tatooine.
Hey, Pat, what's going on? Yeah, just a little bit of context, because I've been following this probably since before you got involved. But Steel Toe's original goal was to catch and pass MLC.
Brennan, yeah.
Which obviously
in January. January they were trying to get 10,000. Just to be clear for everyone, how insane even pretending this was a victory is. I had I had 6,000 something. So the fact that on the same day we were both trying to hit 10,000, it doesn't even matter how you spin it. It's an L. That I came from over 3,500 behind to catch you. There's no possible way to spin this into Melton's dreaming if he thinks he can catch us. Again, next week or the week after, we will blow by him and never look back. That will happen.
Yeah, and not even. But I've been.
Hey, Corndiff, drop Patrick's NLO link in the chat, would you?
All righty.
If you wouldn't mind. And then everybody go hit this link and go subscribe to Nobody Likes Onions. Let's let's throw our little chips up on the table and put a little wind in the sails to get this race going a little bit again, so we come back to this. This is fun.
I've been watching it pretty closely, and I'm a Spurg myself. But
wow,
if I recall correctly, you were at 5,800 when you guys started.
Wow.
What?
I kind of keep track of that stuff. So that's kind of it is insane. You've gained 4,000, and he struggled to gain 100. So I hope that's helpful and provide some context. And I'm gonna leave before you yell at me. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know those numbers. I don't follow it that close. I thought it was around 6,000, but whatever. It just goes to show you. There's no way to even line this up. There's no way to even spin this scenarios. And Melton's been trying to catch us. He's never gonna do it, and we just gotta. It's no. In a week or two, it won't even be a conversation anymore, unless you can keep up buying viewers. But in a week or two, this will never be an issue again.
Right.
And I don't even know how many MLC has. I don't care. 10,000 is a cool metric to pass. Again, base 10, order of magnitude, all this kind of stuff. But, I already have more viewers than you. We already get more hits on every video than you. We make more money than you. These metrics mean nothing other than just to watch you insanely spin stuff. But now You issued the challenge. I accepted the challenge. You wheeled back the challenge.
Now, the reason, guys, is that on the other side of this, we're not really. Patrick has pulled out the clips that give as much feedback as Aaron will give and talk about this subject. They will just call him names a little bit back and forth, and you're going to see a little bit of that right now, I think. He calls him Patty Three Seats.
Patty what?
Patty Three Seats.
The fuck? Oh.
Like he takes up that's
okay.
That's a pretty bold thing to do with someone who outweighs you by about 100 pounds. I mean,
so he's trying to say he's a large guy.
That he's a wide body boy.
Gotcha.
I get it.
Which he is a big fella, no doubt. 2 seats, probably more comfortable. First class, definitely that kind of fella, big fella.
Terms on the challenge. I've accepted it again. I'll wait for a new excuse. I know it's coming. I go to the other boxing club in St. Cloud, and
I don't know. It just feels like for someone that size, it's like calling a polar bear fat. You know what I mean? It's like you get to a certain point. It's like when it comes to, hey, that moose is fat. No, it's huge. Okay, it's the size of a freaking van. So you got to think of that too, right?
We are hosting an amateur event Saturday, October 22nd. Thanks for plugging. Nicholas Davidson, this is the fight for Aaron fun. Papusas a la Grande. Super sticker. Safety first. How much money are you making via super chats versus him? I mean, I don't count his money. And even
Brenny, lovely host of Misery Loves Company, he apparently hates Fatty Patty Three Seats now.
See?
Woo! Okay, there it is. That's what I was expecting. Brennan's finally realized that again, he'll tell himself this is what happened. Brennan's finally realized Melton has no talent and isn't funny and kicked him off MLC. That is what he will say happened.
Offended.
Here we go.
So he goes, everybody go subscribe to Steel Toe. And he threw us like over this imaginary 10,000 hump that everyone was politicking that they were going to hit first.
So now the 10,000 is imaginary.
No, that is not true because for someone that doesn't even watch Steel Toe anymore, I used to. I do not at this point, but that's, this is not the first time that I've heard this type of thing. It's a little bit of a stretch, man. Yeah. That's a little bit of a stretch to say imaginary line, something that these people have been campaigning for months for, weeks. Thoughts, gentlemen? Anyone? Is this on? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure, it's a stretch.
I know everybody's verklempt and everything. All right. I mean, to call it imaginary after literally campaigning for weeks against this is super disingenuous, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Trying to downplay it on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
It's uncalled for.
I mean,
wipe with these. Thank you so much, Colonel.
Did I hear something wrong, or is he saying a number is made up?
Zony. That's right.
This imaginary hump. You planned a party for Easter weekend that you had to cancel because you didn't hit this. Now it's imaginary, this threshold. If it's imaginary, why gloat? If it's imaginary, how did you win? If there's an imaginary hump.
Oh, shit. Wow. Wow.
Good point.
How did you win to be the first one over? Like what are we even... And people in the chat know, and it made a good point. I mean, there were several breakdowns when people were unsubscribing to make them go backwards, where he admitted, this is driving me nuts, this is pissing me off. You guys are assholes. Let's hit the 10K. Now it's imaginary. He still beat me there, and I'm still a loser because I couldn't get there, even though there doesn't exist. And it's an imaginary hump. And again, a minute ago, they had an explosion of new subscribers, but now Kevin Brennan put him over the hump with an explosion. And I got to remind you again, Kevin Brennan got them less than 20. I'm just going to be safe. I'm pretty sure it was around 10, but I'll say less than 20 to be sure.
I mean, because you're going, what, from a chat that sits there and says, you know, how shitty.
Right.
You know, how much they hate. Like on the Kevin Brennan show, there can't be a lot of steel toe fans, but there are people who are against Melton. So the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right?
Right.
Sure. But it's not going to be a gigantic number of people.
No.
Not enough.
You know, I mean, even on some of the biggest channels that I've gone on, you know, like no more than 5 or 600 for a bump, you know?
Dude, I've talked to several YouTubers, much larger YouTubers than I have, that have just openly admitted, like, when they first started, they bought subs, and that everybody does it. Fake it till you make it. Everybody does it, so I don't know.
Damn it. I hate cheating. I just won't do it. No!
I know it. Like, it bothers me.
It bothers the shit out of me because it's fake. It's a grift in itself. Like,
yeah.
Fuck that.
Guess my subs will be going up soon.
We're gonna see Cordiff at 10K by next week.
Oh, Corn's kernels.
I'll be the piece of shit.
He'll be popping. But hey, Page gonna be popping.
Less than 20, and then they immediately lost it. They immediately went back under 10K. It's almost like Brennan's people went oversubscribed.
Wow.
Watched the video and went, oh, God, no. And then I unsubscribed immediately.
Are they at 10K right now, Corndiff? Can you check?
Who, Steel Toe?
Yeah. Are they hit
let me
10K?
check, but they were last time I saw. Hang on.
Last time I looked, they were. It was like, I think yesterday, though. And I just wanted to see the number. Congratulations.
Oh, shit, they're
to
not.
them, by
They're
the way.
not. They're at 9.99.
Wow. So they went back down under 10K
Now
again.
they're not at it. That's fucked up.
Okay, so then I have to put that. Yeah, we're gonna have to put that up on our screen here. Okay, you know it is what it is, man. We're objective,
So
kind
here
of.
they are. They're still not at their 10K goal.
It's imaginary, anyways. It's all made up.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, well, they don't need to worry about it if it's imaginary.
They were never in the contest to begin with.
Wow. Okay, so let's have a look here. Yeet. Yikes. So they are now at 9.99K. Boy, that was just people fucking with them
Yeah.
on the show. You know what I mean? That wasn't them going to either fuck Patrick nor assist Steel Toe. That was just a pure fuck job. Well, you know, look, they'll get there. All right, stop looking at the clock.
Here is the thing, though. If they are buying bots and they're not buying high quality bots, YouTube regularly purges those. Yeah, like they'll let them subscribe and your numbers will temporarily go up, but in a day or two they'll purge them out.
Right.
But there are high quality bots that get past it. But if they ever catch you with high quality bots, a lot of times they'll ban the channel.
Right.
Okay, so on the 13th, they got 10 subscribers. 14th, none.
Are you looking at Social Blade?
Yeah, and
You
it's
want
like
to put the window in the chat for people?
It was nothing.
I'll bring it up.
No, I don't have that.
Okay.
I'm
Oh, okay, I got
a little tipsy too.
Right.
But the
don't want to bring up the wrong
so
screen.
the 16th through the 20th, there was nothing. It was no gain or loss. The 21st, 2nd, and 3rd, they lost 10, 40, and 10. And then all of a sudden, on the 24th, this past Thursday, they gained 90.
Huh.
And that brought them up there.
In one day?
In one day, they gained 90.
That is so true. I was just thinking that, David. A watch pot never blows. Yeah, stop watching the,
Don't watch that pot.
Don't watch that pot.
It ain't
Look
worth
away from the pot. Look at something
Step
else.
away.
You know?
Take a break.
Imaginary, so none of them even count.
And so to show that politics makes strange bedfellows.
Getting up again?
Kevin Brennan pushed us over the top for a victory. So I think Gino would agree with me today.
It's imaginary
doing
thing.
back
Now.
there?
How do you win if it's imaginary? I'm confused.
God bless you, Kevin Brennan, and thank you for your generosity. Look at him run like a little girl.
It is so fun to, God bless Kevin Brennan, because Lord knows he's closer to being in a conversation with God than ever. But yeah, it's just
what?
It's sad. It's sad that I'm enjoying watching everything. I'm trying to think what to go. Us, we, you, and
I guess I really can't talk since I'm talking about getting a cake with candles when Mike Rinder checks out. So I guess I can't really say much. The ex Scientology head of their intelligence orgs.
I said, and it really is. And look, I
slowly.
don't care about the super chats, and I wish him well, Ray DeVito. But how's he? I was watching the 1 o'clock show he did because he was so angry he couldn't wait to.
So this is gonna drive Steel Toe crazy because Gino's going off about Kevin Brennan now. Because again, Gino and I don't really have any. There's no real beef. I look, Gino made up something and declared himself a winner last week. He 3 or 4 times he kept going around and around about it. Eventually, I have to get off retard carousel. Gino 4 or 5 times last week on Twitter, like Melton said he has video of me bombing at the Steel Toe event. Why won't he post it? It's like what? It's literally like. If I went out like Gino says he has nudes of my wife, post them if you have them. You don't. It's like, yeah, you made that up. So I don't know. He said that Bob and I both said that we have video of him bombing and that we haven't put it up, so we're losers. And it's like you made that up, or somebody told you it and you believed it, or something. I don't know. But nobody ever said I have video of Gino bombing. No. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do, but I don't. But, Gino and I don't really have any.
So, you see here that this is like rust, right? These beefs are like rust. They just spread.
Oh, yes.
They just spread. Let me move myself over
here. You have to neutralize them.
There's that chart, by the way.
Okay, yeah, let's move that over. Let me feature
it was
here.
10, then none, then 10, then none, then negative 10, negative 40, negative 10, 90.
Wow.
Though,
Negative 40.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a purge.
Yeah.
And then,
40 people don't unsubscribe in one day.
Not judging off them. Yeah.
Then today they lost 10 people, and that brought them below 10K.
Oof.
Look at this chart. I mean, this is their subs. They have these huge jumps, and then nothing, then a huge jump, and then nothing, or losses.
What's that time? What's the time span on that?
This is October of 2021 to July of 2023. So this one right here, where they had the most subs, was January 2023, and then this is their big dump. And since then, they've just been battling all the way around. So the average for the month was 110. Then 310.
Okay, so this is on averages.
Well, that no, for the whole month. Like how many subs they gained the whole month? So they
That's
had
a pretty heavy drop right there.
Plus 110.
Yeah.
That's when they started to talk about. That's in January when they started to talk about getting to 10K, I think.
Right.
And beating
Plus
Kevin Brennan from what you just said.
Oh no.
Plus 100, and then they went negative 50 this month. Negative 50 for the whole month.
Does that drop right there? Okay, so that drop that we see, like I think that's when they started to talk about getting to 10K.
Yeah, that's from the big drop here is from January 2023 till March. January to March is a huge drop.
Wow. Oh yeah, April, May, June. Yeah, that sounds about right. Boy, that's fucking crazy.
We've all been there. We've had slumps in our subscribers.
We've had slumps in our subscribers.
We've had a massive
being nice again.
YouTube has me start over about every 6 months. So
right.
I can't say much.
They reset your clock.
That's right.
Well,
I put 5 channels over 10K. I can't win for losing.
Are you on Twitch or Kick tonight, man?
Kick for the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're on Kick only.
Cool. Right. We should start to talk about doing some maybe like a Kick exclusive or two, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd like to start working with those people more.
Yeah, I'm excited about the way they just treat streamers. Like they're not just like Twitch. I like Twitch. YouTube keeps fucking me. I like Twitch, but they make dumb decisions. They just make dumb decisions that don't benefit anybody, the viewer or the streamer. And Kick seems like they're gonna do it right finally.
Twitch makes the dumb decision.
Yeah, they just make decisions that don't benefit viewers, they don't benefit streamers, they don't benefit profit. It's just stupid. Like the other day they changed it to where you can't host anybody now. No one asked for that feature to be taken away. I don't understand it, but yeah, we're over on Kick.
Yeah, Twitch is very complicated too. You know, there's a lot more hoops at Twitch than any other one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But obviously, we want to thank Will for coming out. Go over right now to Cold Beer Confessional over on Kick. Catch him there on the weekend. Catch him on Twitch during the week. We love you, buddy.
That's right. Thank you guys for having me on again.
All right, man. We'll see you again. We got to jump over on your show sometime. We'll come over on Kick and join you.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see you guys.
All right. See you, man. All right. Awesome. Awesome once again to have Will. What a great show, bro. What a great show.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot of people in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you have learned something new today.
Where's my chat?
All right.
1.
There we go. So, you know, when you see this stuff and you see these arguments and beefs, you know, it really just shows like this is the internet. This is the way it goes. You got to be prepared for it.
Wow,
you got to put on your big boy pants when you come out here.
Yep.
I mean, I get doxxed left and right on Reddit and all over the place. You just have to keep your head down and keep going because you know what? They ain't never going to come. They're never going to do anything, right?
No.
So let's see. Let's do this. Well, no, not that one. There we go. So I want everybody to hit that like button for God's sake. All right. There we go. Corn gonna shake what his mama gave him. And we want to thank you guys for joining us tonight on the RipCast. Subscribe, like, and share. Yes, sir. Gonna get them dollars. Gotta get them dollars. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much. And thank you once again to Will from Cold Beer Confessional. And thank you, Corn, for the smile and the dance.
Thank you, Tony.
Good night, everybody. Get money.